I would dance until sunset and enjoy the feeling of freedom.
If I could breathe underwater, I would have fun in the coral reef.
If I invisible, I would go to the cinema and watch my favorite movie.
If I were invisible, I would sneak into my grandma's house and scare her.
If I could breathe underwater, I would go to the deepest part of the ocean.
If I could teleport, I would go to a slime shop and play with slime.
If I have lightning speed, I will run to London and buy the toys and Hamleys.
If I were invisible, I would dance in my room because no one can see me. If I were immortal, I would go skydiving without a parachute so I could get a world record. If I could breathe underwater, I would play hide and seek with a narwhal in the coral.
If I could teleport, I would go to McDonald's to eat French fries because they're so yummy.
If I could teleport, I would go to the playground and play all day.
If I were invisible, I would drive a Lamborghini and a BMW easily.
If I could breathe underwater, I would play with friends and little friends.
If I were invisible, I would sneak into a pyramid and steal all the gold.
If I could teleport, I would go to Russia.
If I were invisible, I would eat people's lunch at a restaurant and take them home and share with my friends. If I could teleport, I would look at the tallest building.
If I was Saitama, I would touch the moon and dive back down to Earth.
If I were invisible, I would taste all the people's food in the big canteen and smell the rest of the yummy desserts.
If I was a unicorn, I would taste the rainbow as delicious as a tropical fruit basket. If I were invisible, I would touch the birds at the bottom of a mountain.
If I was invisible, I would inhale the fresh air of Antarctica. If I were a cute cat, I would scratch the cat's paw and I would hug it until I fell asleep.
If I could teleport, I would sniff the blossoms in Japan that are rarely seen in Thailand.
If I were invisible, I would look at the fancy restaurant and sneak in and steal the expensive sushi. If I could teleport, I would taste the snow as cold as ice in Japan.
If I could swim, I would touch the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. If I could run, I will smell the chicken in the bar. If I were invisible, I would see Mr. Beck and surprise him. If I have a jetpack, I would go in the castle and go to battle.
If I could swim, I would taste a drop of the glacier's water as cold as ice cream. If I were Kitten Dragon, I would smell the fish and eat it.
If I could be invisible, I would hear Liverpool fans cheering in Anfield.
If I could run fast, I will hear cheetahs on the Africa plains.
If I was invisible, I would breathe in happily like there is no tomorrow.
If I were invisible, I would hit the gentle sound of the Amazon River in Brazil.
If I could swim, I would breathe in deeply like I'm floating on the ocean and enjoying the sunset. If I could fly, I would go to cafe and touch the soft Bengal cat. If I could be invisible, I would taste a shout of a lion as yucky as rotten flesh. If I could be invisible, I would touch a pillow from Norway with all the colors of the rainbow.
If I could fly, I would touch the fluffy cloud.
If I could be invisible, I would sneak into a museum and gaze at the beautiful diamonds.
If I could swim, I will listening to the shark swim, eating their dinner.
If I could be invisible, I'd touch the razor sharp teeth of a crocodile as sharp as a knife.
If I could run fast, I would touch the fastest car.
If I could fly, I would watch teachers arguing every day.
If I could fly, I would touch snow as cold as ice. If I could fly, I would listen to people talking loudly. If I could fly, I would look at a slime monster attacking Earth.
I could fly. I would listen to the busy teachers talking about boring classroom things.
If I could fly, I would chat to unicorns and learn their magic.
If I could fly, I would touch a cloud as soft as a hummingbird.
If I could fly, I would hear the bird singing in the tree. If I could fly, I would listen to the skeleton singing the dead song in a haunted house.
If I could fly, I would observe the majestic king of the Transformers transform across the planet.
If I could fly, I would listen to the majestic king of Optimus Prime transforming into a truck, causing the destruction.
If I could fly, I would listen to the airplanes zooming around the world.
If I could fly, I would gaze the fighting animals in the jungle. If I could fly, I listen to the monster sound roar. If I could fly, I would listen to somebody scream at the
the top of their lungs across the cities. If I could fly, I would gobble a big chunk of ice cream as cold as ice. If I could fly, I would touch the biggest cloud as soft as a little hamster.
If I could fly, I would taste an ice cream as cold as ice. If I could fly, I would gaze at the nice people who walk around the city.
If I could fly, I would munch on a beast burger as yummy as filter soup.